Okay, how's it going? My name is Anthony Box, and I'll be your instructor for English 1304 this semester. Um, I wanted to put out this video just kind of as a way to introduce myself, give you a better idea of who I am, kind of how I approach teaching and writing. I feel like it's always nice to put a face to the professor, um, so yeah, there's that, and then also to kind of give you an idea of how the class is going to go over the next, like I said, over the next semester, kind of what to expect, and how each week is going to go. So, as far as the class goes, um, if you haven't already, please give a look at the syllabus. That kind of gives the outline for the class, and then also I'm going to try to keep things really simple and organize the class by weeks. So at the start of each week, you'll click on week 1 or week 2 or whatever week we're in. I'll have a link for the discussion that week. I'll have any additional readings besides the textbook. Anything that I'm extra that I'm asking you to do, I'll include here. And then you'll have either a journal or a what I call a short writing assignment, which is just a little more involved. Um, the links for that will be up here also. Other stuff. So if there's anything that's like you know takes longer than a week, I guess. So like your big major writing assignments, your 3 essays that you're gonna have to write. I'll put like prompts for that over here on the sidebar around where the syllabus is, just so you have access to that and they're not restricted to a specific week. um, let's see, as far as the syllabus goes, I'm going to let you read a lot of that on your own. The things I'd like to point out, uh, I don't have any set office hours as of now. That might change, but since we don't really have a meeting time, it just seemed kind of silly to pick some arbitrary time. My hours are pretty flexible, so if you do, ever want to chat, shoot me an email, and we can set up a time. Like I said, I should be pretty flexible in that regard. Um, but yeah, this is an asynchronous course, which means you're kind of doing all the work at your own pace. We don't really have a designated meeting time. Um, Basically, I'm going to put stuff up, you do the work, you turn it in. Okay. Um, Primarily, we're going to be working through Blackboard. Um, we may do some stuff through Teams or Zoom, but for the most part, everything everything that's required is going to be through Blackboard. Let's see. Textbook. We're using the textbook Read, Reason, Write, by Dorothy Sayler. I have on here the 12th edition. I don't really care what edition you use. If you have an older edition, that's fine. Just try to make sure that the chapters line up, and by that I mean that sometimes when they go from, like, say, the 11th edition to the 12th edition, they might kind of shuffle the chapters around. So I've tried to put, if I ask you to read a chapter, I've tried to give the title of the chapter. Just kind of make sure that it lines up and that you're um, in the right spot. But as far as, like, if you want to find an older edition, or if you're able to find a PDF somewhere, that's fine. I have no problem with that. I know textbooks are expensive, so get this any way you can. Um, as far as what to expect, you have 3 major essays that you're going to have to write. They'll be 5 to 8 pages. And then we're going to have, several shorter assignments, about a page or two throughout the term. You must turn in all assigned work to be eligible to pass the course. Um, Assignments, you'll turn everything in through Blackboard or through Turnitin, but the Turnitin link will be on Blackboard, so pretty much everything is Blackboard. Make sure that you're turning in work on time. your class discussion. So you're expected to keep up with the class through the discussion boards, um, and I usually put the specific instructions for each weekly discussion. I'll put it in the week right here, right? So don't worry about that. Let's see. Do your own work, no plagiarism, obviously. But here's all the requirements there. Um, I reserve the right to change the syllabus. Um, because this is an online class, because there's a pandemic going on, um, because classes change, and if I feel like we need to do things differently, um, I'll make some changes that way. I'll be sure to give you guys notice, and honestly, any changes I make will probably be in your favor, if that's like moving deadlines back, or maybe changing up some of what I assign. Um, yeah, just keep logging into Blackboard. Pay attention to the announcements. Um, I'll try to make sure that I update you quickly, and anytime I make any changes like this. Okay. Let's see. Here is your grading breakdown. So your discussion board participation, which you do each week, is going to make up about 10% of your grade. Weekly writing assignments, which will be like your journal writes or some longer writing assignments that I have planned. That'll be about 20%, and then the bulk of your grade will be from the 3 essays. Okay. Let's see. I think that's about it for the syllabus. There are some important dates here, and then the weekly schedule, which should give you an idea of how the course will run. All right. Let's see. As far as like what we're going to be doing in this class, the difference between 1303 and 1304 is that 1304, English 2, is much more concerned with research. So what we're going to be looking at is what research means, but also how to do research effectively. Because there's a lot more to it than just like reading an article or finding an article. We're concerned with the research process. And so in that respect, a lot of the, I guess, material from this class is going to come from you. The things that you analyze are going to come from you. You're going to have a lot of choice in what you write about. Now, that can be worrisome for some people, because I know it's maybe a little more difficult to pick something to write about, I guess. But at the same time, this is an opportunity for you to explore something that you're honestly interested in. One of the things that students often tell me is that when they get the chance to write about something that they're actually interested in or that they actually care about, writing isn't as much of a chore as it is when, the teacher just kind of gives you something to write about. So that's what we're going to be doing. For each of the 3 major essays, you're going to have a lot of choice in determining what you write about. Now, obviously, I'm giving prompts and requirements that you have to meet. But as far as like the content, as far as like what your topic is and what kinds of things you're going to be analyzing and writing about, that's going to come from you. And we'll go over what you should be choosing and how you should approach this. We'll do a lot of that through the weekly work. I'm going to try to make sure that the work I'm having you do each week is kind of building into these major assignments. Okay. So yeah, that's kind of going to be the schedule or the structure of the class moving forward. Basically, you have about 4 things to do each week. You're going to watch a video lecture. You're going to read a chapter from the textbook. You're going to participate in the weekly discussion, and you're going to do some kind of weekly writing assignment. Most often it'll be a journal, but as you can see from the syllabus, there are some, I closed it, there are some different assignments in there also. That's pretty much going to be the structure each week, not every time. Obviously, I think I've have some weeks where you're maybe not doing a journal, or maybe I'll cut down on a discussion. If you have an essay due, for the most part, like one of the 3 major essays, that's going to be your main responsibility for the week. So yeah, that's going to be the basic structure, and we'll go over more about the major projects when we start getting closer to that. So that's pretty much how the class is going to run. If you have any questions for me, if I haven't explained something clearly, or if I left something out, I'm probably forgetting something important. But yeah, just shoot me an email. I'm also going to set up a discussion board link. I haven't set it up yet, but there will be a link over here somewhere that will put up a discussion board that will allow you to ask questions through the discussion board. I'm going to try to set it to where like you can ask anonymous questions if you want. If there's something that you'd rather not put your name to, or if you're embarrassed to ask about, or just, I don't know, if you're just shy, that's fine. I get it. So yeah, I'm going to have that set up to just kind of give you that option if you want it. But yeah, like I said, that's pretty much it for the course. If there's more that you want to know, shoot me an email. And yeah, I guess I should also kind of tell you a little bit more about me. I am a graduate student here. I think, like I said, working on my PhD. I'm originally from California. I did my undergrad and my master's out of CSU Bakersfield. I was also a student athlete. I was a member of the wrestling team. And let's see, what else should I tell you? I have a dog. I live with my wife and my dog. Going to actually be a father at the end of this term. My daughter is her due date is in May, so end of the term might get a little crazy for me, but it should be good. And yeah, I think that's enough for now. So let's see. Yeah, I think I've talked enough. Like I said, if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll be active in the discussion and be writing back to you throughout the term. So looking forward to a good semester. I'm excited to be working with you and to help you improve your writing any way that I can. I do want you to know that is why I'm doing this. Is I view that as my job, is to help you. So please, if there are things that I can be doing to help you, or I'm here for it. Okay, so that's about it for now. I'll put out another video soon, going over just kind of like introductory topics for the class. And yeah, have a good day and a good week. And yeah, so yeah.